What's good, good people? This is your boy Timothy D. So, what I wanted to talk about real quick on this podcast is this fundamental thing. You have to understand whether or not the person, people, places, wherever you're going, if they operate on ego. Do they operate and they make decisions based off of their ego and primarily their ego alone? Why is this so important? When you are going throughout this world, you got to understand how important ego is. Now, I always say, just because ego is a good thing, it's a bad thing at the same time. It's a spectrum, just like with everything else. There's a balance. There's a good and a bad side to it. Ego is no different. You need to have a healthy amount of ego, meaning understanding your worth, understanding how to move and navigate, understanding advocating for yourself, understanding the qualities and the good things that you possess and what you're not going for. Okay, there's a lot of good things that comes with ego. Okay, and then there's a lot of bad things like toxic ego, where people they only operate off their ego, like they don't listen to anything else. They don't listen to facts, statistics. They always got to come out on top. They always got to be the one to look good. They're never wrong. They're always good. And da 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 da. Now, why is this stuff also important? Because it's like with a person that purely operates out of their ego, you got to understand that relationship or whatever dynamic that is with you and whatever this entity is. That stuff is not gonna go that doggone far. They're not gonna go that damn far. Why? It's because ego in the first place. Ego stems from our self-image. What do we think about ourselves? And our self-image is like influenced by our culture, world views, and like what we kind of like grew up on. Okay, so like for example, people at the block, people around your city, whatever the case may be, they always thought, okay, if you cool or you hang around with this certain type of people, you wear these type of clothes, you make this amount of money if you search so there's certain characteristics that say this is you're a valuable person. Okay, and then also there's characteristics that people say, oh, you're an invaluable person. Okay, and the same thing, like you don't know how to fight somebody, or you don't get all the females at the club, or da 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 da. There's a couple of different things. And so why is this so important? Because in our day and age, they have stripped us away from families, traditions, and cultures so doggone much, and they do this stuff on purpose. They always say that they're doing it for the good of people, and it's not the case whatsoever. They do it as a way to fundamentally break people down, because when you don't have cultures, you don't have traditions, you don't have strong families. This is why families and everything of that nature is targeted so heavily. They're kind of trying to claim like it's something completely different, like they trying to try these new unconventional ways, and like blah, blah. It's a bunch of BS. What their true intent is if they can dismantle that family, they can dismantle people one by one by one by one. They will break people down at their fundamental level, because the family unit is the basic unit of a culture. It's the basic unit of of a society as a whole. You understand? Like for it's just like for you have a family is equivalent to like a cell in your body. A multitude of cells create your whole body, or like it's just like one brick in this large brick wall. Okay, it's just one unit. Okay, but you build off of other families. This is how traditions, cultures, and tight forms of identity are formed. Okay, and then they're able to be used and weathered when you're going out there into the world, because other people, they think the same way, because this is our culture, this is our traditions and everything like that. But that's why with the American landscape in general, I'm more likely all over the world, they're doing their darndest by always turning men and women against each other, by removing families, fathers from their households. They do this stuff while they always, are harping on, oh, it should just be the mother and da 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 da. They do this stuff in so many different type of ways, and the real reason why they're doing it is not all this BS that these people are talking about. Oh, we want to empower women. Oh, we want to empower these people. These people be lying. They some liars. They some damn liars. They some badass, backwards ass liars. That's not why they be doing this stuff. The reason why they be doing this stuff is because now people, they don't have a core identity anymore. People barely even know their damn next door neighbor. They don't know who the hell is there. They go outside. You don't know what the hell the next man believes. You don't know. It's because they've stripped all that stuff away. They say, oh yeah, all y'all can be free. They never did this stuff. This is why I always talk about with the integration in the 60s. They was always talking about, oh, the integration in the 60s and all that stuff was about harmony and unity and bringing people together. What a bunch of BS. That stuff was always designed to a certain large degree. It was not designed how they always tried to depict it. This was always the design where they want this new world. They call it New World Order. They wanted this new way where people, they didn't have all these doggone restrictions. They didn't have these traditions and stuff like that. And I'm not saying prior to the 60s is 100% peachy clean, but what I'm talking about is the reason why they're saying that they wanted to end everything that was happening prior to the 60s and stuff like that. They were talking about, we want all these new reforms, we want to have integration because we want to everybody to love each other and all this other different type of BS. These people were some liars. The real reason why they wanted to do that is because they wanted to incrementally break people down. People have no culture no more. People don't have a thing because they want our society to be based purely off of commercialism, spending, and everything. And that's exactly what it is right now. So, with that being said, because our families have been broken up incrementally over the time, we're now in the place of where, again, you don't even know your damn next door neighbor. You don't know what the hell it is. Hell, you might have family members. You don't even know what the hell your family member is doing on a damn daily basis. There's nobody to check nobody. There's nothing there. So people just do whatever they want. And that's what our culture says. Oh, you can just do whatever you want. Just do whatever you like. You feel happy. Da, 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 da. Go out there, just live, live, live. And I'm not necessarily trying to preach no doom and gloom. They're like, oh, we shouldn't have those freedoms and those liberties. But there should always be restrictions. But they're not restrictions. In fact, the society always pushes no restrictions. This is why they are so heavily into the doggone things that they talk about today. It's not to be disrespectful, but this is why they're always influenced people. Oh yeah, go out there and eat whatever you want to eat. Go out there and do whatever you want to do. You know, go have sex with whoever you want to have sex with. Go do what you want to do. Go do da da da. And with people, we love that type of stuff. The society as a whole, they're removing that barrier that was there. That oftentimes it restricts our natural human wants and things like with humans, our flesh is insatiable. You can't get enough of it. You know, if I go out there and like with, if somebody's on drugs or something like that, somebody who sleeps with a lot of women or a lot of men or whatever, there's certain things that feel good to us as people. We don't want the hardship. We don't want the way, the opposite way. So that's why they encourage us to just go out there and just do whatever you want to do, move however you want to move. And they're claiming that they're doing this as a method of freedom and liberty. But truly what it is a invisible chain that they're shackling up, to us, is because in all this infinite pleasure that we can just go out there and do all the time, it removes any type of discipline, any type of restraints, any type of order of any way, shape, or form. And we don't even realize that this is exactly what these people are doing. While simultaneously, when they're doing that over time, they keep on pulling us out and encourage us to go just completely do whatever you want to do. What is suffering is, again, with the families are suffering, cultures are now suffering because they were able to break down the family unit. Again, you don't even know who the hell your next door neighbor is. You barely know who the hell the person in your family is. Nobody stands on business. Nobody knows nothing about nothing. Everybody's like watching out for everybody. Everybody's watching to see if the person gonna snake them. Everybody's trying to snake a person before they snake them. Like, that's what our society has divulged in. It's just gonna get worse over time. This is the reason why they're always bringing in these reforms and trying to act like they're here for us when there's nothing is further from the truth. Why is this so important? Because oftentimes, again, with those traditions and those cultures that were already set up and set in place, it also brings discipline. It also brings some type of spiritual aspect to it as well. There's a couple of things that come with all of that are extremely important for us as humans to function on, but they're dismantling that over time. And it's important that they dismantle it, because back in the past, when we did have those family traditions, those structures and stuff like that, when we had other people outside, you didn't have to check your child if they was out there doing something. Somebody else would check your child, and you know that they doing right by your child. Nowadays, you have no doggone clue. Okay, you go, it's you try to check somebody's child, and the mother or the father will come out there and try to check you as hard as possible. And it's not even necessarily like you're trying to check that person in a negative way or disrespectful way, but that's how they will perceive it. And they don't want you to do that. Like, so in other words, it's like they're almost condoning the behavior of that child. It's not to say that, you can just go out there and just talk to other people's kids all willy-nilly. But what I'm saying is, it's like, it's almost like this lack of accountability. And that's what you see a lot of times without our traditions and our cultures. We have a lack of accountability on all parts. Everybody got a lack of accountability. Why? Is because with accountability, again, it comes with the traditions. It comes with shame. It comes with all these other different type of things. It comes with, you are forced to make some type of change. And when we were in the culture where other people will hold you accountable, and again, you didn't have to walk outside. You don't even know what the next person's thoughts and beliefs are. When we had that system locked in place, there was a level of discipline and order and structure. It also understanding, like, if a person was on the outcast and they're doing all these shameful behaviors, they will not continue to do those behaviors because everybody else in the society is not doing those behaviors. So they'll have to retract. Okay. So this gave us our identity. We knew we had stronger foundations, traditions, and we had faith. We were able to connect to some type of spiritual higher power. Nowadays, when you're hurt, oftentimes, where do you go when you hurt? Where do you go? Where do you go when things come out? Because ain't nobody no damn perfect person. They want they want everybody to come out here and act like they just like RoboCop, and nothing ever bothers them. And it's like, it's clear they clearly bothered. You can see everybody bothered on their face. You know what I'm saying? And you can see that everybody's struggling, struggling and everything like that. And suffering in silence, but they don't ever say anything. Why? Because they have nothing to fall back on. The only thing that they have attached to them is their damn ego, their self-image of what they want the world to perceive themselves as and what they try to make themselves to believe themselves as. This is where the problem is. Because now everybody is on Thalima time. They're on demon time. Because now it's just like, everybody's trying to protect that ego. They have thrown off the traditional ways that we looked at things. They have thrown off all that stuff intentionally. They didn't do it because they actually want everybody to overcome. They didn't do that because they want to empower people. They didn't want that. They didn't do it because they actually want the people to be inclusive. They did it because they wanted people in this space where they no longer had any identity. And now the people are heavily reliant upon the government or whoever else is running this doggone society. They're heavily reliant upon them to give the structure, to get on them to give us some type of sense of how do we know that we are validated in this world. And you know what the world does, or at least in this culture that we have in America today? Go out there and spend. Go out there and buy. You ain't got the bag, you ain't nothing. If you ain't got this, you ain't nothing. If you ain't got this, you ain't nothing. You ain't got this. And so they have these guidelines. Oh, if you ain't with these people, you ain't nothing. Or if you ain't got this, you ain't nothing. If you ain't got the new J's on, you ain't nothing. You ain't da. And so people operate up off of this, and they have nothing else to fall back on. Families ain't, you don't even have your family to fall back on. Your family, half the times, is worse than the damn people in the streets. They worse than your ops industry. They teach you where your ops at least will tell you that they damn your ops. Your family could be worse than the people in the street. So you can't go there for healing. Where you gonna go, to the church? How do this is the faith-based initiative church, the FBI church. These people is not, they have faith-based initiatives in the sense that the government funds a lot of churches in respect that if they were to fund those churches, the churches can only talk about certain topics. That's why oftentimes you don't hear churches talk about what they've talked about in the past or whatever case. So you've been effectively able to remove the spiritual component to it too. You've been effective at removing the traditions and everything like that. You've been effective at removing the trust in certain communities. People don't even trust each other no damn more. Again, even in your damn family members don't even trust each other no damn more. They don't even trust each other no damn more. The envy, the jealousy, and all those other different types of stuff is at an all-time high. The insecurity is at an all-time high because, again, our identity is attached to our ego. Our ego is attached to what the society says you need in order to be successful, what you need to be valuable or to be validated in the society. If you don't have these physical things, then you are nothing. So people, they go out there, spend their whole damn life trying to go out there and get the bag, try to be in certain areas, try to be with certain people, try to do da. And what happens over time when people are doing this, at least in the past, they had discipline and they had some type of traditional setup, or they had some type of culture that was set up where people, they do it in a much more honorable and integrous way. That's not to say that it always happened, but there was a system that was set up in the past. But now, hey, it's Talima. You can do whatever you want. So people will look at you as a damn fool if you going out there, you moving in a certain type of way. People will easily snake you. People will easily, they don't give a damn about what the hell you're giving to them. They don't give a damn. They go easily snake you because they're trying to get it, because they want to be validated. They want to be on the scene. They want to be seen with every doggone body. They want to be with the cars, the clothes, the hoes, and everything like that in between. They want to be on the scenes to be validated by the rest of the world, because that's what the rest of the world said, that you need to be validated. In essence, people, they have a beautiful outer shell, but they have nothing inside. People go out there, they look absolutely stunning, but on the interior is nothing there. And it's on both sides with men and women. This is why you hear a lot of women say, "Oh man, if he ain't got the bag, he ain't got the bag. If he broke boys don't deserve no uchi." I know that's right, or whatever the case may be. I've heard it several times. It's not all females, obviously, and you probably had this on the male side too. But I've heard a couple of females. They're like, people bring up this question. Oh, hey man, would you get with a dude that's like real good with you in comparison to a dude that got a lot of money? A lot of women, they're like, at least that I've seen on these podcasts and stuff like that, they be like, oh man, I want the dude with the money. I don't care about the dude that, and it's like, you don't even understand, baby girl, you about to get in bed with the damn devil. This person look good on the outside, but this person's the damn devil on the inside. You know what I'm saying? And you about to go through all these years of trauma and torment and turmoil and all that other different type of stuff, all this psychological damage this individual is about to do to you, but you want to get in with this individual because of their damn money? Do you not understand that this could be the damn? This more likely is the damn devil if you don't care about the person's character. The same thing. Some dudes only want the female because her booty is big. They only want this female because her lips look good or how she looks or like or whatever other people think about it and stuff like that. It's like, dude, you out here trying to spend all your damn time for this female. This female don't even give a damn about you. This female's trying to finesse you or trying to play you in some way, shape, or form. This female, you get with this female, she will tear your damn soul away. She's a soul snatcher. She is a siren, and this is exactly what these people are. But hey, as long as they look good on the outside, people are much more worried about what things are on the outside and how good things look on the outside in comparison to the inside. You have families torn apart. Some families, they got more secrets. They got more goddamn secrets than the damn FBI and CIA put together. More family goddamn secrets than anybody. And people, they suffering. They suffering in silence in these damn, but everybody like, shh, be quiet. Don't you say nothing. Don't say nothing. Act like it ain't. And they'll sit there and say like, man, they act like it ain't nothing is wrong. They act like this, like not, there's not a big ass elephant right there in the living room. People will sit there and act like nothing is wrong at all. With all this crazy stuff going on, all this family secrets, all this trauma, and then they expect the people to sit there and not talk about it, be quiet, because they don't want other people to know how the family is moving. They don't want people to know what it truly is. Everybody's trying to have this picture perfect family when that is not how this family works and operates at all. And people get mad at you for saying something like that. But y'all got all these doggone secrets and nobody's talking about it. Nobody's trying. Y'all keep on brushing it up under the rug, and people suffering even more and perpetuating these dang acts that people, they're just, even in the family, they committed these heinous crimes against other family members, and everybody, they're not trying to talk about it. Everybody want everybody to be quiet. They want everybody to shut up, not say nothing. You know what I mean? You can have a parent on both sides, mother or father, they up in there and they not doing what is right. But nobody won't say nothing because, hey, that's grandmama. Hey, that's mama. Hey, that's daddy. Hey, you can't be saying that. No, if mama and my daddy is wrong, my mama and my daddy is wrong. I'm not going to sit there with the rest of the doggone world and sit there and say, oh, man, no, I can't say that because of da-da-da-da. I'm not loyal to that. I'm loyal to the doggone truth. I'm loyal to God. God is the truth. I sit there and try to buy into that doggone things. I'm going to bring my own kids into this whole scenario. I'm going to bring my own kids into this world, and I'm going to subject them to the very same type of treatment? Absolutely not. No. Look, I'm telling my child, look, this was messed up that happened in our family. This is da-da-da-da. But no, people don't want to do that. They care more so about the doggone ego. And so when you interacting with people, man, you got to understand how important people's ego is. It's their only sense of identity. It's the only sense people, they lack severe self-awareness because they don't want to look at themselves for who they are. Remember, life for a lot of people and how this world tells you that you need to be, it's not about what is truly happening. It's about how things look. It's not about who you truly are. It's more so about how you look. That's the more important thing. And I'm not saying that that's not important at times, but the main factor of your life is how it, no. That's why you got so many people that's trying to fake it till they make it and they never make it, but they still faking it. It's like, yo, no. And people, and again, this is what I'm saying with you as an individual. If you operate from more so spiritual place, you got to understand that if people are operating from egotistical place, you are not going to have that much success for a lot of people like this. Relationships or whatever the case may be, you got to understand your boundaries in these situations and understand how to move and groove, because you cannot walk into spaces and atmosphere where people, they primarily operate on their ego. They do things and they make decisions based off their damn ego. You got to understand what you're about to get yourself into. It's not to say that you got to just remove everybody, but you got to have certain standard. You got to have certain type of boundaries set up in not even necessarily just boundaries, but you got to have certain understandings of how to deal and work with people that operate primarily off their ego. Because if you don't, you're going to get screwed over. People who operate primarily off their ego, they do not grow in life. There's some people 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. They act just like a damn teenager. They have not grown one iota since their body has changed. They got gray hairs on themselves. Now they moving a little bit stronger. They might got geriatrics, but even though they got all this, they're still an old damn fool. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it stops your growth, because with ego, your ego does not want to admit that you were wrong. Ego does not want to admit in any way, shape, or form that you don't know something. People would not know how to do something. They can have a person right in their face if they just humble themselves enough, bring themselves to the situation and be comfortable and confident in themselves to say, because I don't know something and I go ask somebody else, that does not mean that I'm a bad person. That does not mean that I'm stupid. That does not mean that I'm slow. I'm going to ask this question because I don't know and I want to know the answer. Do you think that would be most people's responses? No, most people's responses is act like they know the answer. They don't know the damn answer. Most people's responses is to act like this. They will never ever admit that they don't know something, or they will spend a long period of time trying to go find out something when if they would have just humbled themselves and asked a question from somebody and just got that doggone information right there and then, they would have had it. But no, because of their damn ego, they don't want to look like they stupid. They don't want to look like they don't know something. They don't want to give the next man the ability to say that they helped them. This is what people's mindsets is. This is their mindsets because their ego. This because of their damn ego. This is that toxic side of ego. Sometimes you gotta put your damn ego to the side and still ask the question. It's more important that you get the information sometimes. And sometimes I know you'll be in situations, compromising situations that you don't necessarily want to be in. And also there'll be situations where people, when you ask somebody the question, again, because of people in their big ass ego, they thinking in their head they better than you. And a lot of people, they do not want to go back and forth with individuals like this. And it's understandable. That's why you got to understand who the hell they operates primarily off their ego. You got to understand how some of these people move, because you will find yourself in a situation where you're genuinely will humble yourself. But people, they don't see that stuff. They don't see the strength in that humility. They see that as weakness. They see it as weakness because all they care about is the outside, how things look on the outside. They cannot know the damn answer, but they'll sit there and try to clown you because you don't know the answer. This is what I'm talking about. These people, they don't grow. It's not to be disrespectful, but they literally can't grow because they won't admit that they have problems. They won't admit that they did something wrong. They won't admit it. Admitting it is half of the balance, but because their ego, their self-image is attached to what, it's attached to never looking like they're wrong. That's why some people will never take accountability. That's why people, it's like you looking at people and it's like people would rather die than to admit that they made a mistake. They would rather die of pride and damn ego. They would rather hamper their whole life for the rest of their damn life over ego instead of humbling their damn self. No, they do it over ego, and they don't even see what the hell this destruction right up ahead for you. Because of how people perceive. You got dudes out there on the streets. You could have did something to some dude. Let's just say you're on the street with somebody. You got dudes on the street. You could have did something to this dude on the street, right? And initially the dude didn't even care. The person you did it, they genuinely didn't care. They didn't even understand. They just didn't care. But because his homeboys had seen what you just did, you know what they'll do? They'll instigate a fight. Oh damn, man, you gonna let that dude talk? Man, I wouldn't let nobody talk to me like that, dog. That's a bitch nigga move. If I was you, I would have blah. Meanwhile, the person that's instigating the fight, that person ain't never bust a damn grape in a group fight ever in their life. The ass is always running away from fights every damn day, but they gassing their homeboy up. And this person that's instigating is really a damn snake. But the person that has all that damn ego, they're gonna sit there and listen to the chatter of their damn friends, they so-called friends, and then they gonna now get to be mad. Initially, they ain't had no damn problem with it, but because of their damn ego got bruised because their homeboys who said something about it, now they want to hit you. Now they want to fight you. Now they want to shoot out. They want to shoot. They want to do all this stuff based off of because of what their friends said. They quote unquote friends said, and this person even understand. You don't understand. You operate out your ego so damn much that you don't even understand that your homeboy is a damn snake. Do you not see that? Sometimes you'll have information come up to you, third-party information. People will come up to you and they'll say something about your situation or whatever. You might be in a vulnerable space in your life and you mad, you pissed off that somebody has, this third-party person has something to say. Maybe they your enemy, they your ops. You know what I mean? And you be so damn mad. You be so mad because they know something that's private about your life, and you ready to go check this person up over here because they know about your private life. You blinded. You blind, and you like, man, I ain't about to let nobody blah 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 blah. Your ego is at the full fledged, and you not thinking straight. You in your emotions. You not thinking. Cause you like, man, ain't nobody gonna punk me, ain't nobody gonna ain't nobody gonna talk about me. And so you want to run over here and go confront this third party person, which is not necessarily bad, but you go over there and do all that situation. And the thing that you never take this person never take the time to step back and actually think about is how did this third party person get that private information in the very first place? How did they get that? How did they get that? You only told one, maybe two people. You told your homeboy. How did the hell the information about you and your life that you only told one person, nobody else should ever know, but your ops know it? Why is that? Why is that? It's because your ops and your damn best friend is in cahoots with each other. That person's a snake. But if you in your damn ego so much and you can't take a step back, stay silent sometimes, and watch people's maneuvers and stuff like that, homeboys will get you caught up, and they know how you get down. They know you're not a bitch. They know you're not don't move this, and they know how you don't get when it's even a perceived threat or some type of perceived idea that somebody tried to play you in some way, shape, or form. They know your ego ain't gonna allow it. They know you're not no punk. They know you about to go over there and go handle it. They know what you about to do, and so they'll set you up like that. People will set you up like that, and you be so damn blinded that you'll go over there and do exactly what the hell these people want you to do, and you didn't realize your homeboy was the snake that set you up the entire damn time. It was never about that third party person. It was about your homeboy. That was a snake the entire damn time. You see what I'm talking about? How ego can easily get you messed up if you're not careful. Sometimes your enemies will sit there in your face and keep on talking, talk about what they doing and how they moving and stuff like that. Now they'll be in your face acting like they're a certain type of way, but truthfully, they're your damn enemies. But they're in your face trying to act a certain type of way. And you see some flaw stuff that this person did. You see something that was not rocking with you, that you know is kind of snakish, but you don't know 100%. And so sometimes, because of ego, you're going to go up to a person, especially if this is your homeboy or whatever, or this is, some type of close member to you. You'll go up there and check them right away, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But you check that person, and the person like, oh man, I'm good. Dang, my bad. And you might forgive it because you got love for that individual. But then, when you do certain things like this, sometimes it's best to take a step back, let your ego get hurt a little bit, and let people think that you're stupid, and let them play in your face to a certain degree. Because sometimes, man, you got so much love for people, you might not know what the hell is going on around you, why you have certain setbacks in life, or what the hell is going on. But sometimes you don't realize it's the person that's standing next to you. It's the person, but your ego is too goddamn high, thinking that no, ain't nobody gonna ever try to play with me like that. No, and that person that's next to you, oh man, they'll give you, they'll do all the stuff to try to support. They'll try to act like they on your side. They'll do all this, man, I love you, I always gonna have your back, blah, blah, blah. They'll do all that stuff to try to put you to sleep. To try to put you to sleep over and over again. To try to put you to sleep. You be beefing and moving so doggone much you don't realize, man, you got a snake right by you. And that person's gonna set you up. That person's gonna set you up. This person taking all your information, going out there and trying to figure out a way to set you up. You don't realize that because sometimes you just talk too damn much. Sometimes it's best to let people think that they win it and let people think that you stupid. You not stupid. You ain't got to sit there and prove to other people that you're not stupid. But sometimes you really got to take a step back and watch people for a little while. Because when you go up there and confront people right away, it's not to say because you ain't confronting them right away that you're a bitch. No. What people will do is just simply change up their tactics. They're going to still do whatever snake stuff that they're doing, but they're just going to change up their tactics. So sometimes it's best to be humble enough to not get in your feels enough to say, oh man, ain't nobody going to do it, and watch people. Because oftentimes that's when you start to realize that the snakes is closer than you ever thought. They're right next to you. You think it is your ops up over here. No, your real ops is standing right there next to you. Your real ops is the one that's hitting you up every damn day. That's your real ops. But sometimes you got to let go of your ego for a little while and stop looking at people in the way, because you're looking at people in a certain type of way, and that person will big your damn ego up. That's why sometimes you got to take a step back. Why is this person trying to big me up? Because they're trying to blind you from the truth. And a lot of people, they are not fortunate enough to recognize this until it's too doggone late. They're not fortunate enough to recognize that. People's egos is based off of the outer exteriors of how things look in comparison to how things are. There is a very valuable place for ego. There's a very, very but in the same damn vein, there needs to be the other side. It needs to be the spiritual side. It needs to be the internal side, that you truly know who you are as an individual and that you're grounded. Because oftentimes with the egotistical, it's easy to be the egotistical person. You know how? All you got to do is strip away everything that they have. That's all they have. That's when people come against you, especially if you operate in a certain type of way, you'll find out a lot of egotistical people, if you operate in a more so spiritual manner or whatever, you won't operate with more godlike qualities. People will hate you for that. You could barely have 2 damn dimes to rub together in your pocket. And these people got all this money in the world, but they jealous of you. They hateful of you. Why is that? Because they know that you got something that they ain't got. They know you got that happiness, that peace, that joy. They know you got a lot of stuff that they ain't got. You got peace. You be going through so much hell in your life. God could be you have you in a season where everything's being stripped away from you. Just how Job was done. You don't have this, you ain't got this, you barely can move, and you put in tough situations, extremely tough situations. situations that other people they knew damn well if they was in your place they'll never be. People come not on you can be going through so many doggone hardships like on all ends, financial, relationship. This is and people can also at the same time doing their damn best to try to take you up out this bad boy, doing their best to tarnish your name, trying to destroy you and do all these different type of things. They doing their darndest best, and they see that you got peace through all of that. They can't understand that because they don't understand that's coming from God. Because you got the internal side, something that they don't understand, they don't grasp. That's why they get. That's why they got the hate and that jealousy for you in the very first place. They do stuff. The people who are egotistic, they don't do. They do it for show. They go out there and help charity, not because they truly give a damn about people that's in need. They go out there and they do it because they want other people to tell them how great they are. They want other people to praise the outer shell of something that they not truly. It's all about that. There's nothing else. There's no depth to people at all. And so people that will have a problem with you when you got depth to you. But also in the same vein, people they're superficial. So oftentimes you might be in conflict with certain type of individuals. You might be around certain situations where humility is extremely important, where you ain't got to speak up and say everything that you want to say all the doggone time. Sometimes it's best to move in silence and let people think whatever they're going to think, because people don't think that stuff any damn way. People will take your humility as stupidity and weakness. They take it as weakness. They don't grasp these concepts. That's why you got to really watch out for these type of people, because you sitting there trying to reason. You got to understand their mentality is nowhere near yours at all. And if you sit there and try to reason with people, on the outside, they will sell you a narrative. On the outside, they're trying to paint a certain type of picture and be as sneaky and conniving as they possibly can, trying to get groups of people to be as sneaky and conniving as they possibly can to try to paint a picture so you in the fog. And if you can't see past that damn fog, then you're going to be asked out every damn time. Every damn time, because these people, they do very good. People will try to get their best to try to move and schmooze with you, to try to take you out. They're going to move in the darkness. They're going to move behind the scene. They never going to do that. They're going to do it in your face if they think that you're stupid and you don't get what's going on. That's why sometimes this humility is important, and not always having to get up and say rah, 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 because you got to first figure out sometimes your enemies is the ones that stand right next to you. And sometimes you need humility to understand that. But people, they ain't got humility. They see that stuff as weakness. They don't understand. You might be an individual that has gifts, talents, and things of that nature. The way that the world works, again, people, they have to boast, brag, and have to make it shown and known all the stuff that they got. So they let it all hang out. You might be an individual where you don't do that. And what people think who are egotistical like this, in their background or whatever, they think that people who do not exhibit the same type of behavior with them, because of the way that their brain is wired, and they operate in this black or white thinking. What I mean with black, they always see things as weak or strong, big or small. That is no in between. But when you have that spiritual side, you understand the delicate balance in the in between. It's like a child. A child does not. The child can only see right and wrong sometimes. They do not understand that complex middle ground of right and wrong. If you kind of understand what I'm saying, that's how people of the world who have that egotistical mindset. That's how they operate. They don't see anything, so they don't understand the humility that you have, that you do things, that you move in a certain type of way, not because you don't think that you got, because people think that you ain't got nothing. They'll sit there and think that you think that you, or they just think that you do nothing, because if you was something, why are you not up here with everybody else, boasting, bragging, and trying to show everything that you got? You obviously ain't got. That's how their mindsets work. So they'll think that you ain't got nothing. So that, or even if they do see you got something, they don't understand that I move the way that I move, not from a place of weakness. It's from a place that I understand that we are both human beings. You a person, I take a gun, you take a gun. We put them doggone things to our doggone skulls and pull the trigger. Both of us is dead for the most part. There's some cases where you might survive, but you need to take 2 or 3 bullets to put into that person's head. But I guarantee you, by that 10th bullet, they're gonna be out this bad boy. I guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that. We are humans. God put us all on this earth, and we are all the same in a sense. But in the second sense, yeah, God gives you spiritual gifts. But the thing is, you understand it's a gift. That doesn't make you better than the next man. It's a gift that God gave you. And in the same vein that God gave you that gift, He'll take it away, and you understand that. And so you don't move in a way where you use the gifts that God is giving you in a way that you're trying to go around and for lack of a better word, shit on everybody else. You don't do that. But people, people of the world who are egotistic, they don't understand that. They think that you ain't got nothing. And so they look at it as a weakness, and they don't understand This is what I'm talking about, where you got to understand who you're operating around, because you cannot move a certain type of way. They not going to get it. They're going to think everything that you do is weakness. People see kindness as a weakness. They see all that stuff as weak. They don't get it. They know when they're being kind, it's fake. They know when they're being kind, they're in a position where they don't have much. They're in a subordinate position. So when they're being kind, they're in some way, shape, or form trying to get something out of the next person or trying to maneuver in a certain type of way, but they're not in a dominant position when they're being kind. So it's coming from a place of weakness when they do it. But when they are on top, when they do, or they are dominant, they got more than everybody else, they shit on everybody else. They talk down to everybody else. They ain't got no regards for nobody's feeling. They got no regards or nothing like that. They'll talk to you like you a damn dog on the street and not give a damn about it. They will act like you are nothing. They'll try to say, walk all over you if you allow that type of stuff. This is how when they feel like they're more dominant, they have a dominant position in the world in some way, shape, or form. This is how people will act. So the humility and the kindness that they were showing before, it was all fake. It's coming from a place of weakness. So in turn, when they think people doing it to them, they think the exact same thing. So they think that the kindness that you're showing is weakness to them. That's what they think, because they know when they do it, it's not from a place of strength. Okay. And then they think, oh, they play these other games where they'll try to play this hot and cold, or they won't talk to you, and all this other BS that people will try to play games with you because they feel like they're in a dominant position. You see, and then when you do the exact same things, people think that you operate from the same space that they are. They think you're trying to play some games with them, and they think that they're gonna win the damn game. And this is like these silly ass people don't even understand. I'm not playing no damn game with you. The kindness I gave you was because I know I gave you that kindness because I know what it's like to not have that. I know what it's like for your whole life where people just shit on you the whole time. People ain't got nothing nice to say to you, nothing good, no positive. And you got a couple of people that come into your life that pour in a little bit of positive, and that stuff can change your doggone world. And so in the same vein that these people gave me, I'm gonna try to do my best to get that back to people. That's the reason why I do it. It's never from a place of weakness. It was always from a place of strength. I can easily do Negroes as dirty as other people do out here. I can do that, but that's not from a straight place of strength. A place of strength is building, not tearing people down. But egotistical people, that's what they think. They think tearing somebody down exalt them in some way, shape, or form. But again, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. And it can only work on other egotistical people. And if you're not operating in that space, it's not going to work on you. But these people don't grasp that. They don't get that. They don't understand why you move the way that you move. They don't understand why you do the things that you're doing, because they operate off their damn ego. They want immediate gratification. They want immediate praise. That's the only way that they can feel good about themselves. That's why if you're an individual, you walk into a room and you barely got two damn pennies, but a lot of energy goes towards you, a lot of attention goes to you. That's why people will hate your damn guts, and you'll understand why. That's why people got a problem with you, because you're still in a limelight. That's what they think. They think that you better than them. And in they damn heads, again, what egotistical people, I mean, everybody in general, they project. They when they're talking, they'll say stuff and they'll attribute it to you when it's truly attributed to them. A lot of people are conscious when they're doing this, but there's a lot of people who are they greatly lack self-awareness. A lot of ego, they lack self-awareness. You got to understand, because they will truly think. They don't understand why they do the things that they do. They don't understand why they say that. They don't understand why they come up with things. They don't understand that they're coming from a place. It's coming from an insecure place that actually has to deal with them. But they lack awareness so severely that they truly think that the problem is coming from you. You see what I'm saying? Why it's so dangerous to be with certain people like this if they don't understand these things on concepts? It's because nothing is going to go right. They don't get it. And then they look at things in black or white, strong or weak. And they know in their head, they know they doing everything right. They're never wrong. They're never wrong. Their ego will never allow them to be wrong. So in every instance that you're doing something that's different from them, you're automatically the weak one. You're automatically the dumb one. You're automatic, because they're damn sure it's not. Ego will never allow it. That's why they will never, ever take any type of responsibility. That's why these people will always go to their damn grave and never admit the damn truth about what they've done. Because if they admit the truth of what they've done, they admit the truth, it's like a floodgate from all the other past actions that these people have done. It's going to come in and wipe every damn thing clear. They can't have that. So that's why they double down on never admitting that they did something wrong. They always deflect. They always say it's somebody else's fault. They'll give you half apologies that's not really truly apologies. I'm sorry that you feel like that. They will never take responsibility, because in taking responsibility, they have to accept themselves for truly who they are. Not going to do that. They want to accept themselves for what the world sees them as, and what all this jewelry, this ice, and all this stuff on the outside that they try to cover themselves up with the degrees and this and this and this. They covering themselves up as good as possible. This is what they want the world to see. And so people, a lot of these people too, they will be so goddamn confused when you get up and you leave their asses in the damn rearview mirror, leave them right where they had you messed up at. If they try to come at you in a certain type of way because they thought that you was weak. And it's not to say that you was not weak in certain areas of your life. Everybody got weak moments. And again, as a humble person, you understand these things. But people who are egotistical, they never want to admit, truly, these people are weak. Truly, these people are insecure. That's why they got to take groups of people to try to take you down. That's why they got to get groups of people to try to plot on you, scheme on you. They have to have all these people just against you to try to take you down. Why? Because they're weak. They can never come at you one-on-one. They will never come at you one-on-one. Never. Never in a million years. They can't even come at you 50 on one, 20 on one, 100 on one. Because they are superficial. They're like dust in the wind. They blow. When the society says go that way, that's where they go. When society says go that way, that's where they go. They're like leaves. They're going all over the place. But you like the roots. That's where your spiritual, that's where their internal understanding, their internal connection with God is coming from. Completely different and despair from this. This is why these people, they're so doubted on dumbfounded, because they will think that you're weak, and then you get up and you leave them right where they had you messed up at, and they don't understand because they thought you were so doggone. No, it was never because I was weak. People think that you do all these things for them. You show them love and everything like this. They think that you do this stuff from a place of weakness. They think that you do these things from a place that you value them so much. People will think that they are so much more important figures in your life than what they actually are because of their damn ego. They think that the forgiveness that you give, they don't respect it. That's why you got to watch these bastards. They don't respect it. They don't respect it because they don't understand it. They think that you keep coming and you give them chance after chance and you forgive them and try to work with them to a certain degree. They think you're doing that because of how great they are. That you just can never leave how they're Jesus 2.0. You can never leave. And they don't get it. They don't get it. They love trying to burn a bridge with you and watch you sit over there and try to build back up the bridge. And sometimes you also got to take some type of personal accountability, because sometimes you can love people to the degree where you keep on trying with people. You try and you try and try hard to keep on building that bridge. They don't understand it, but you're doing it because you know damn well what your other side is like. And see, that's the thing that people don't understand, what your other side is like. They don't get that at all. But trust and believe me, they will always get real acquainted with it when they have you messed up in the wrong way. When they push too doggone far, when they think that this is doggone game. They're going to wake up then one day and realize this bitch was not scrambled. This was not a true game. These people was playing. They was playing their damn self. That's oftentimes what these people got to figure out on their own. And it's so doggone sad because they don't have to come to that conclusion because of their damn ego, their damn pride. It won't allow them to give you the respect that you want. And now people sitting back there in regret, and they want to be have another chance with you, and now they now all know all these great things, and it's all this other different type of baby back BS that these people. And it's not to say that these people don't figure that stuff out, but it's also at the same time, it's like I gave you the chance, I gave you the opportunity, I tried my best to try to work with you, I was trying to give the situation a chance, I was trying to show you that love, but you thought that stuff was all weakness because you do not understand, you don't get it, you don't grasp it, and I'm damn sure I'm not about to sit right here and keep on trying to explain this bad boy to you. Sometimes the best thing that you can do for people is leave their asses right where you had you messed up at. Sometimes people, they got to go through certain things in their own damn life. Oftentimes you'll realize that people, they so damn egotistical is because they never face their damn self. The reason being is because they never had a situation where they truly had to face themselves for who they are. And sometimes with people, they get a wake-up call when you in their life and you get up and you lead their damn life. You are the wake-up call. Some people, they don't even understand how important you are until you are gone. They don't understand your value until you're gone. And then it's at that point, it's up and it's stuck. I don't give a damn what you got to say. I don't give a damn how much you miss me. I don't give a damn about what you got to say about nothing. It's not to be disrespectful, but I really don't give a rat's ass about what you're going through. I don't care. I don't care. I tried to help you. I tried to get through that. And I say that with all as much love as possible. I truly don't give a rat's ass about what you're going through. I don't care about what you care. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand. I got that cold side to me too. I got the extremely cold side. I got that goddamn dog in me too. So it's like, man, don't take me there. You took me there because you thought I was weak. You thought I was a punk. You thought I was this, and this, and this. Because of what I was trying to help and trying to work on some stuff with. You burnt that bridge for the last damn time. I don't give a fuck about that damn bridge. I don't give a damn. I don't care about what you're going through. I don't care. And I say that in much love. Take that up to God. That's your problem. Because when I was there and I cared, you didn't give a damn. And now that I'm getting up and leaving, now you care. I really don't give a damn. I don't care what you got to say about nothing. I don't care about what you're going through. With all love and I pray that God help you get through all that stuff. But that's a wake-up call for a lot of these people. And hopefully that's oftentimes how they get up and they start to recognize that they need to get up out of that space, that they need to grow the hell up. Because oftentimes what people don't do, they don't grow the hell up. People operating out their damn ego. They 70 damn years old. Grow the hell up. Just because somebody is older than you does not mean that they're much more wiser than you. And you'll realize that when you're walking throughout in this world. They operate off their ego. They always got to be right. They always got to be, it's always somebody else's fault. It's because they cannot admit that they made a mistake. They cannot admit that what they did was wrong. They can't admit it. If they admit it, their asses always say it with some type of deceit. It's not genuine. And so the interactions with you, it's not going to be genuine. And a lot of times these people, they don't get it. You sit there and you try to forgive people, they don't respect that because they don't get it. They think that you're doing it because of how great they are. They think you just cannot leave because how irresistible that they are. I'm telling you, lost in the damn sauce is because this feeds their self-esteem. This feeds that they feel like they're better. They feel like they're good. They feel like because they got you until the day that you're no longer there and they didn't understand what it was. And now they just got to take that L, looking like a dumbass, thinking that they playing you, they was playing they self. And it's just so sad because they don't get it until it's too late. And I'll say this real quick too. This is why, when they got those arguments, they talk about, oh, God created us in his image. And you got these people like, oh, well, God was black or black was this, da, 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 da. And I think that means a whole bunch of different things. This is the way that I think that it was said when they said, oh, we were created in God's image. I think just like how things operate at a macroscopic level with God and us and everything like that, I think he intertwines it with our daily interactions, this is why, they say stuff happens in the spirit first and then it happens here on earth or whatever. And what I mean with that is sometimes it's like you could be an individual that's good to people and you come into their life. Some people, they've never had anything good in their damn life. People have treated them like they was nothing their whole entire life. They never had anything. So that's why they didn't came in contact with you. They kind of treated you that way and they came at you that way in some shape or form. That's why they tried to use the love that you was giving to them. They didn't respect it. They didn't understand it until it was all too doggone great, until it was going about their life. But in essence, oftentimes, you take that goodness for granted because everybody's been in this situation. So it's not just one individual. Everybody's been in a situation where you take something that's good for granted. You don't realize its value and you might disrespect it in some ways. You just like you take it for granted because you think it is always going to be there. You know what I'm saying? And it's unconditional and they can always get back to it. And so that's why people will come at you in a certain type of way. That's why they'll come at you. But just like how, God does with us as humans, it's going to come a point where, there's a limit, there's a time period. And so with people with you, God gives them a time period to reconcile and make things right with you before he comes and gets you and everything like that. He gives them the opportunity to make things right. But oftentimes, again, people, they operate out of their pride. They operate out of their ego. They don't get it. They simply don't get it. They don't get it. They will not humble themselves because they think that they're winning. They think that they won. But but this truly shows and depicts the person's character. You know what I'm saying? So it gets to a point where, it's too late. Now you get up, you leave. God came and got you. It's a done deal. Wrap that chapter over with. Now these same people, man, that they had that goodness in their life they never had before. They ain't never got it. Gonna have it. I mean, they might have it again, but who knows? But they have to face this reality. They ain't got that no more. And you got to understand, it's like having the sun and then waking up tomorrow and the sun's cold. I mean, the sun's gone. I can't speak. The sun is completely gone. Everything's frozen. Everything's dead, desolate, and everything like that. Just cold. Some of these people is worse than what it was. Their lives was like before you came because they didn't have to experience the damn sun. But now it's colder because they experienced the sun. And now they have to go through all that doggone pain and trauma, which is their damn fault. They placed it on them damn selves because of their pride. And you don't have to go back to that stuff. And you shouldn't. People got to learn their damn lessons. And see, this is the thing where I think that they talk about, like, when God says, oh, he made us in our image. In the same vein that people got to suffer, and you got to suffer when you take something good for granted and you got to live without it. You start to appreciate things more and you start to realize, man, I need to do better. So I keep things like this in my life that are good. I don't want to be on this side where I have to continuously feel this regret, this nasty feelings, this coldness, this darkness. In the same vein, I think we have our life on earth and oftentimes we take God for granted, the goodness that God gives us and everything like that. And there's going to come a day where that time is shut. Like you no longer have any more time to work on it. Your blood is no longer warm. And so in the same vein that, a good person will leave a person who's taking that for granted. God, we lose that connection with God at one point, and y'all already know what that fate is. And it's almost like a way where God is still blessing the people or you as an individual. Who's blessing whoever took the good thing for granted. It's a punishment and it's a blessing at the same time because at least you get to figure out, this lesson that you shouldn't take good things for granted and you should really like change your ways. But you learned that with the person in comparison to learning that with your own life. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think sometimes what it's like we're mimicking the same type of interaction that's going to happen to us, ultimately when we leave this place. But I digress. I digress. But in general, but egotistical people and people who operate primarily off their ego, they operate from a place of shame and hurt. They don't truly know who they are. That's why they got to put everybody else down. That's why they always got to look for the superficial things. That's why I always got to find flaws and faults in you if they feel like you better than them. They always got to, they always got to be at top. They might not say it out loud, but they'll run around here and they will surround themselves around people that they feel like they better than. They'll never say it to those people. That's exactly what it is. That's why sometimes when they see you, certain individuals, especially you can see it more than other people can, they will hate your damn guts and they'll get everybody else to try to hate you. They get everybody else to try to get on this bandwagon to go against you. Why? It's because they're insecure when they see you. They feel like they better than everybody else, and now they feel like you better than them, and they can't have it, and they feel like they can't beat you, so they got to take you up out this bad boy, because they don't want people to look at you in the way that they're looking at you, and stop looking at them in the way that they want them. They want the people to look at them the way that they're looking at you. They want people to interact with them the way that they interact with you. So they figure if they take you up out, they can take your spot. Silly as ever. And they operate out of ego and pride and stuff like that. That's why a lot of times these people do not see their damn downfall coming. They don't at all. They don't. And so sometimes you just gotta hey, you gotta chalk it up to the game. But that's why you gotta watch out for people like this and understand that oftentimes if you operate from a spiritual place, a lot of times these people, they don't understand those type of things. They don't understand forgiveness. They don't get it. They don't respect it. So oftentimes that's why you can't give it to them, because it's like they will look you as a damn fool. They're not gonna look at you with respect. And sometimes you forgive people, but you ain't got to reconcile with people. And you ain't got to listen to people and talk about whatever they're talking about. People have the opportunity to treat you right, and they're not treating you right. It's because they feel like they're better than you, and they think that they're going to beat you, whatever they're planning against you. That's why people, they feel like they're winning. That's why they act so prideful. And that's why they act different when they find out it's something different, when they find out like what it really is. That's why they switch up, and now they're all of a sudden this nice person. Now all of a sudden they want to ride for you now because they feel like they thought they had you beat. Before they was cocky, but now they switching it up. Why? It's because they know that they ain't never have you beat. They look like some damn fools. They like some complete and utter asses, jackasses, for what they've done, what they've said about you behind your back, how they was moving and all that stuff. Not only that, they lost out on a person like you. And they got to now sit there and eat that on all fronts. Now people look at them as the lying, conniving bastards that they are. People could see through the smoke now. All the lies, the manipulation, everything that was going on, all this stuff. People will now be able to see through it and see what the situation really is. And these people get exposed. And it's like, that's what they get. They were running around here telling people that you're something that you're not. And that's what they get, because they shouldn't be doing that stuff in the very first place. And that's something that they gonna have to suffer. You ain't got to sit there and suffer with that. People be trying to crucify, and it's like they try to crucify you, to try to take you and try to take you out as the sacrificial lamb. You know what I'm saying? Because they're insecure, because they run off of ego, and they feel like with their ego, they feel like you better and they can't beat you. So they gotta beat you. If they can't beat you in this way, they gotta kill you in all these other different. They gotta kill your character. They gotta kill your reputation. They gotta kill you all over these different type of places. That's what I'm talking about. You got to watch out for these bastards and how you move with them. It don't matter how good you are to these people. It doesn't matter. If they feel like you are better or you have something that they cannot achieve, they're going to have a problem with you. And they're going to try to take you up out this bad boy, because they cannot live, because their self-worth is based on it. Their self-worth. This is why these type of people, they need to put somebody down. They need to laugh at somebody. They got to look down on somebody else. They always talking about somebody. They doing that stuff not from a healthy space. They not doing that stuff because they trying to keep it real. They doing that stuff because they like to see other people failing. They like to poke out other people's failures and stuff. People like to sit there and pick your damn life apart. But when you start to snap back at them and start to come at them in the same way, you'll put these people to shame. How you gonna sit there and talk? What have you been doing with your life, sir, ma'am? What exactly have you been doing? What the hell have you been doing with your life? What have you been doing over here? You out here doing this to your community? You over here hitting these people? You doing all this stuff, and you over here talking about me? Why do you care about my life? It's like when you clap back like that at people, People got a problem because again, people they can't handle the truth. They'll come at you and they'll talk about everything superficial with you. These silly ass people don't even realize. Do you not understand? Tomorrow they got all that mouth to talk about somebody and what they got on and how they moving and where they work at and all that. They got all that mouth acting like they better than some damn body, and people don't even realize that you put in shackles. All that damn on talk that you put on somebody, that judging and all that stuff, you better not ever be lacking. You better not ever have not these resources. You better not ever. You better not ever. And oftentimes, that's not a lot of times where these people's gonna end up. And it's not to be disrespectful. That's where it's because now they're gonna get humbled. But when they in that situation, that scenario, they want leniency. They now want people to understand their situation. They now want to understand what they're going through. But they didn't give you that doggone consideration when they was over here talking. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they shackle themselves to their own words and guarantee those tables are always gonna turn. And these very same people that's trying to humble you, they're gonna be in an extremely humble position. It's not to sit there for you to gloat and glorify. You know, it's just like this is just the return for what people have done, the energy that they're getting back. You know what I'm saying? You got to be cautious with these type of people. You got to spot it and understand what it is. You got to understand that certain arguments and stuff like that. Sometimes with egotistical people, again, sometimes you got to humble yourself enough to say, "You got it, dog. You got it, baby." Let them win. Let them win whatever, and then walk away. Let them go. Sometimes it's the best thing you can do. Let them win. You keep on going back and forth with people. They don't care about facts. They don't care about they don't care. It's about them winning. Sometimes give them the trophy that they want. And with that trophy, give them the bonus of your absence. Give them that. Give them that. Let these people be. You cannot sit there and out argue. You're not gonna do nothing. They're not operating. It's like arguing with an emotional person. When a person is emotional, they only operating off their feelings. They don't give a damn about nothing else. You are wasting your damn time. You're wasting your damn time. Especially again with egotistic people, you're wasting your damn time. People will manufacture problems so they can, go back and forth with you. They will sabotage. They will do whatever they possibly can to try to come at you, try to fit narratives. People lying on you behind your back. They're doing whatever they can to try to fit the lies that they've been saying, but they want people to validate. They be saying stuff about you behind your back and stuff like that. They're trying to validate the lies and try to get people to get on board with the lies that they say behind your back, and then they'll set up things. They'll set up situations, scenarios where they can try to expose you for whatever lies. Like they'll tell you something. They'll tell you something today, and then tomorrow in front of a group of people, they tell you something different, and everybody else knows whatever they said that the opposite thing was. So you get up there, and they'll ask you that question on purpose in front of people. They'll do that stuff on purpose. They'll do it so they can intentionally try to embarrass you, try to humiliate you. Oh man, and then now I can sit back and say, "See, I told y'all that person was dumb. I told y'all that person don't know what they talking about. I told y'all." And this snake set up every doggone thing. These snakes be setting up every doggone thing, playing both sides, trying to get people to turn against you because they insecure. So I'm telling you, you gotta watch out for people who operate primarily off their ego. You gotta watch out for these people and move in a certain type of way with these type of people. You know what I'm saying? Do not ever let these type of people like know your whole hand and understand what it is. Don't let these people in. Do not, because these people do not come in with good intentions oftentimes. And sometimes it's hard to see that. But you'll start to recognize a person that operate off there. Watch how they handle conflict. Watch how they handle things when it's their fault. Watch how they handle you. And it's like half time these people be extremely hypocritical. They want you to hold up one bargain, but on the same end, they're gonna do something completely different. But they expect you to do it this way. Completely hypocritical. Completely hypocritical. They'll always project, throw the energy off on somebody. Always got something nasty to say about the next person. Never, they always doing it. They always doing something for appearances. They got one face in front of people, and then they got another face behind everybody back. Some of these people got 18 different faces because they got different friend groups, different people that they go around, and every damn one. Watch out for a person like that, because that damn person is not really like that. That person be snaking people. They be switching their damn faces all the damn time. How the hell you are friends with all these people? How you cool with all these damn people? It's not even necessarily because it's like people, they have differences in opinions, and you all these goddamn groups of people. It's because that person is a damn chameleon, more likely a damn snake. That's not always the case, but hey, a lot of times that is the case. But in general, but with all that being said, You just got to understand how to protect yourself out here in this world and understand how people move. You're not responsible for other people and how they act and how they move. When people move certain funny ways, that's when you move the hell up out the way and let their asses move on with their damn life. People gonna get mad at you. People gonna try to come back. People gonna try to guilt trip you. But you got to stand on business and understand, man, your peace is the most important thing. People, they do not be caring about your peace. They do not want to see you win. They don't want to see you happy. People be hating. I'm telling you, when you go through hardships in your life, you go through hard times, people sit there and act like they got your back. But a lot of these people, they're going to disappear. The other half going to be sitting there in the back, giggling, laughing, cackling, kicking gases in damn circles and groups, laughing about what you going through. None of these people going to call you. Nobody going to help you. People call and act like they helping you, but truly they just trying to get more information so they can go back and laugh about it. People do not, and you'll see how fake people will be when you get up out that damn ditch. When God gets you up out that ditch and he dusts you off and he gets you back up. Watch people's faces. Watch how they move. Watch out. Watch them for don't, and you not tripping. Watch for people's faces. Watch how they look, how they move, and look how they doing things. That is not by coincidence. Okay. So with all that being said, I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.